What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video on the infamous E55. And today's video is going to be a little interesting because it's not anything to do with the car driving wise. Well, actually that's a lie, it is. Let me show you guys. I bought this. So you guys know what this is. It's a borescope because, as you guys know, I've been dealing with a noise from this car. So we did the rod bearings finally, and I told you guys that they were pretty worn out, but the noise is actually still there now. So once the car gets up to temp, you can hear this almost like knocking, tapping noise coming from the motor. And I don't know, it might be a lifter. I don't know. It's not the bearings at this point because we replaced them and they're new. So what I did was I bought the borescope. I'm gonna borescope. I hear it mostly from the rear, so I will borescope those ones, but I just want to do the front cylinder to see. I want to borescope the cylinders and just see if there's any scoring. There shouldn't be because we rebuilt the whole motor, and the motor got, the block went to a machine shop and it got surfaced and everything. So if there is scoring on the block, well, at that point, that means I need a block. And it's not the worst thing in the world because the blocks on these cars, they're like, you could buy one for $500 on eBay, just a bare block, which my crank's fine, my pistons are fine, they're brand new. So worst case scenario, if I have to buy a block, it's gonna suck because that's a lot of work. I mean, you gotta rip the motor out, take it all down to literally the block, swap blocks, put everything back together. That means I gotta buy new head gaskets, new gaskets for pretty much everything. Oh boy. I hope it's something as simple as a lifter, but I don't know. Let me start taking this off and then let's stick the borescope in there and find out. So I've already loosened the front spark plugs, which, if you guys know anything about the M113K, this car has, it's got, there's 2 spark plugs per cylinder. So there's the first cylinder. It smells like fuel. I mean, it does run really rich, so doesn't surprise me. This is kind of fuely. So let me extend the borescope and then let's find out what we see. Give me 2 seconds. Okay, so there's the first cylinder. It looks great. I mean, that dark gray right there, it's not anything too bad. Let me see if I can flip it. Let's do a 180. There's the other cylinder. Well, I don't know how much you guys can see. I know it's kind of probably hard to see, but there's no issues with this cylinder. At least there's no scoring on this one. I flipped the camera around a couple times. Yeah, there's nothing. The cylinder looks perfect. I don't know. The only one that concerns me is that rear cylinder. So I think the only thing we should really do at this point is just rip that thing out, and I'll come back once we have that actual cylinder set up. So let's just figure this out. And I don't know. Like I said, this one looks fine. I mean, there's only so much I can go for because the piston is pretty far up. But yeah, I mean, look at that. Look at that. It's beautiful. You can see the cross hatching. That looks awesome. Yeah, that looks great. Man, come on, E55. What is going on with you? Oh, man. Okay. Yeah, let's check them out. I really should check all of them, but, well, let me take some other ones out. I'll be right back. Alrighty, well, I had to switch. I took the cleaner off. And on this side, it's actually easier to access the rear cylinder. So here's a spark plug. Nothing, again, too crazy. Nothing abnormal. It is wet. Again, the car runs really rich. It just needs a better tune. But I'm going to stick the borescope in there. Let's find out what we see. I mean, I don't know. I hope it's nothing too wild. Okay, so that's what it looks like. I think that's just carbon on top of that piston. But, again, the cross hatching is just fine. I don't know. Maybe it's something further down. I don't know. It doesn't look too crazy to me. Only one way to find out is to basically try to start it and trying to flip the motor over a little bit so we can lower that piston down and see what we can see. But yeah, oh man, that's interesting. Well, you know what they say, when it rains it pours. And I thought I had checked all the cylinders, but I was like, wait a minute, I didn't check the front passenger one, which I think cylinder 1 or cylinder, I don't know, I don't really care right now. I found the problem. Well, let's see if I can kind of zoom you guys in a little bit. Yeah, there it is. There's our little knocking noise. Well, that is a damn shame. That is a damn shame. And this isn't the only one, I guarantee you. That rear one over there, the one on the other side, the rear one, I gotta spin the motor by hand because last time I checked it, it wasn't high enough, and I was only checking a little bit at the top. They're probably damaged too. This is the issue of value seal. Them, yeah. I mean, the car's got 200,000 miles. We did rebuild it, but we didn't hone the cylinders or anything, because that's what I was worried about. Was everybody was like, don't hone them because of the alu seal. Or no, actually we did hone them. Fuck, I think we did hone them. I don't know. We either did or we didn't. I don't know. It was one of the two. But that's yeah, that's pretty clear evidence of what's going on in there. That's why the car burned some oil too. I mean, not a lot, but yeah, it definitely does. And yeah, that's about as clear as there right there. Pretty clear image. So yeah. Well, this is heart-wrenching, man. This is just, oh my God. This is terrible. You can't fix that. That's not something you can repair. That is just new M113K. The bulletproof motor, right? I mean, if we're being completely honest, I can't really be mad at this car. It's been through the ringer. I'm the 8th owner. It's got about 200,000 miles on it with a rebuilt motor, right? My dad and everything rebuilt, and yeah, we did hone it. I looked back into the footage, and yeah, we did hone the motor. A machine shop honed the motor, I should say. Oh, I know some people are say you shouldn't hone these, you shouldn't do that, but I mean, if you're doing a rebuild, you should, right? I don't know. Where do you go from here? Well, the logical answer is to buy a new motor. A fully kitted out motor like this, or a full M113K supercharger, everything on it's about $3 grand, maybe 4, with some miles on it, of course. But I don't need all that. I just need the block. So I mean, in theory, if I could buy just maybe block with the pistons and the crankshaft, that could work too. But it's one of those things of like, do you do that or no? So I have no idea. I don't know. I'm kind of at the point of, I don't know. I think this car should become an experiment at this point of what we should do with it. Because in theory, with the cylinder scoring, it is bad enough to where it will consume oil, and it does consume oil. The question at this point is, do we keep driving it or not? Then I'm going to keep driving it. I'm going to keep driving it. It is what it is. I mean, if it blows up, it blows up. I'm kind of at that point of who cares. Like I said, I'm going to put a motor in it. That's going to happen. It's just a matter of, do I want to do it now or not? I mean, I don't have $4 grand right now to lump into a motor and put into this car. You know, I just can't right now. I have other expenses I got to do. I'm trying to save some money, so it's just not possible. The E63 payments and everything, I mean, that car runs great. Knock on something. I don't want to knock on this because this is clearly not going to last. But, yeah, I don't know. I'm depressed. This is really depressing. I put so much damn money into this car, time, effort. And it just keeps, the car doesn't give. It just keeps hitting back. It keeps talking. It just keeps hating. I mean, at this point, I'm at the wits of, I hate this damn thing. I love the car. It's my favorite car I've ever owned, but at this point, I'm questioning, do I keep it? Do I fix it? Or do I just sell it? Get whatever money I can out of it. And just drive the E63 and mod the E63, downpipes, tune, make it stupid fast. It just sucks because this car's been a better part of my life for 4 years now. And I don't want to just throw it away. And I mean, I can't get anything for it. It's a rebuilt title, 200,000 mile E55 that is not perfect. The wrap's terrible. It's got a knocking engine. Transmission's not the best. I mean, actually, I shouldn't say it. It's been rebuilt, so it's fine. It needs the rear subframe bushings done because they all do. It's got a whole front new suspension. Oh my God, man. I don't know. I don't know. I'm at a wit's end with this. New motor, right? That's the logical step, is to put a new motor in it. I'm going to keep looking. I think what we're going to do is I'm going to stop moping, or I'm going to go mope for another day and whatnot, and then get over it. And I think what I'm going to do at that point is I'm just going to take the, what is it called? I'm going to look for a motor, probably a short block. If anybody has one, you know, if anybody's willing to give me a decent deal on it, I'll buy it from you, and then we could put it into, you know, my dad will build it. I'll basically just build, or he'll build one motor out of the two. We'll obviously reuse the heads off this motor because they're fine. They've been ported. They were great. Reuse that, new head gaskets and everything. I'm going to reuse the bearings that we just put from VRP on here. It's got 200 miles on it with the bearings. I'm going to reuse those. And if anybody says anything, I don't care. If the bearings look fine, I'm going to put them in this engine. I'm not buying bearings again. I'm going to put the bearings into that motor. And I'm going to reuse a lot of it. Obviously, the supercharger. I might actually go buy another supercharger just to completely seal the deal. But yeah, I'm going to reuse pretty much everything off this motor and just put it onto that one, because the block is, it's just toast. People say that you can re-sleeve it and all that kind of stuff. I don't know if I want to deal with that. I can buy a re-sleeve block and all that kind of stuff from VRP, but it's like 10 grand. And I'm not doing that. I mean, it's just not worth it. The investment in this car is not worth it at that point. I mean, this car is not an investment anyways. This has been a terrible financial decision from the beginning since I bought it. I don't know what to do. If I fix it, in theory, if I wanted to get out of it, I could probably just send it back home to Bulgaria and Eastern Europe, because these are worth a good amount of money back home. And I could get my money out of it, because there's no such thing as salvage title and all that kind of stuff. Who cares? I don't know, you guys. I don't know. Let me know. What do you guys think I should do? It really is a gut-wrenching moment. I mean, I was so happy. I went through pretty much all of them. To be fair, I half-assed it a little bit, because some of them, the piston was really far up and I couldn't see the whole cylinder. So I was like, oh, it looks fine. It's fine. But the last one I forgot to check the other day, because this is obviously being filmed in 2 different days. The other day, you know, I came out here today. I was like, I'm going to go wash it. And I had some feeling. I was like, man, I just want to, let me get the borescope camera out again one more time. God, that sucks. I'm just staring at the cylinder wall. Man, that sucks. That really, really sucks, man. That really, really, really sucks. Yeah, it's piston slap, or, I mean, at this point, yeah, the piston's playing inside the cylinder because it's got those grooves and everything. Oh my God. I mean, I could buy a parts car. This whole video is just whatever. I mean, I'm kind of just standing here thinking about it. So, I don't know. Let me do a little bit of thinking. Let me reassess my commitment to this car, and then we'll go from there. We will go from there. Man, sucks. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate all of you guys. If you enjoyed this content, I guess, like and subscribe or whatever. But yeah, let's keep pushing. I mean, it is what it is. Honestly, I'm not gonna let it stop me. I'm gonna keep going. I need to experience the E55 at its full capacity. It's clearly not. It's definitely losing compression on the cylinder. That's for sure. That's probably why it has a hard time starting up sometimes. But yeah, let's go from there. And then thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great day. Take it easy.